Hello friends, this is Neeraj Bansal and I provide you the most important courses for physical sciences. And today I'm going to start with the revision summary of classical mechanics. But before proceeding with this revision summary, let us discuss how much weightage this subject has in CSIR NET Physical Sciences exam. So as you can see on the screen, in June 2011, there were 3 questions of 3.5 marks each and 4 questions of 5 marks each. So, and similarly in December 2011, there were 4 questions of 3.5 marks each and 5 questions of 5 marks each. So, if we consider all the question papers, past year question papers, we can say that around 25 to 30 marks question paper, it comes from this subject only. And this subject is very easy. Okay, this is very scoring for you as well if you do it carefully. So it can enhance your chances of clearing your CSIR NET Physical Sciences exam. So that's why I'm starting with this subject first of all. Now, first of all, we will discuss about the displacement velocity and kinetic energy in various coordinate systems. And because we are most familiar with the Cartesian coordinate system, so I'm starting with that system. So in Cartesian coordinate system, हमारे पास जो coordinates होते हैं बेटा, we generally denote them by x, y, and z. And if we talk about the small displacement in Cartesian coordinate system, then how you will represent such a displacement? It will be represented by ds vector equal to dx I cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap displacement. And if you are able to get the displacement, then you can straight away calculate the velocity. Later on, these things, they will help you in writing the Lagrangian straight away in various coordinate systems. So these are very important for your examination point of view. So velocity, it is given by time derivative of the displacement, and it will be dx by dt I cap dy by dt j cap plus dz by dt k cap. So it will become x dot I cap y dot j cap z dot k cap. And similarly, we can have the expression for acceleration also if you want. Okay. But right now we are concerned about the kinetic energy. So kinetic energy, it will be given by half mv square. Okay, so we can also write it as half mv dot v. So this is the shortcut method. So it will become half m x dot square plus y dot square plus z dot square. So this will be the expression for kinetic energy, and this will help us in writing the Lagrangian of any system in Cartesian coordinate system straight away if we know the expression for the kinetic energy of that system. Now, in spherical polar coordinate system, the coordinates, they are represented by r, theta, and phi. Now, first of all, you need to know the length elements in spherical polar coordinate system in order to write the displacement vector. Now, length elements are represented by dr, r d theta, and r sin theta d phi. So these three are the length elements. So now we can represent the displacement in spherical polar coordinate system. So displacement will be represented by dr r cap plus r d theta theta cap plus r sin theta d phi phi cap. तो इसको याद रखने का तरीका बेटा मैं बता देता हूं. जो भी आपका कोऑर्डिनेट वेरी कर रहा है, वही वाला आपने यूनिट वेक्टर साथ में अटैच कर देना है। फॉर एग्जांपल यहां पे देखिए, आपका आर वेरिएबल है तो आपने आर कैप के साथ ही उसे लिखना है। इस लेंथ एलिमेंट में आर डी थीटा में आपका थीटा वेरी कर रहा है तो आपने थीटा कैप के साथ लिखना है। एंड सिमिलरली इन आर साइन थीटा डी फाई आपका फाई वेरी कर रहा है तो आपने फाई कैप के साथ लिखना। सो नाउ फ्रॉम हियर you can go for velocity. So velocity will be ds by dt. Okay, so it will become dr by dt r cap r d theta by dt theta cap r sin theta d phi by dt phi cap. So these will become r dot r cap r theta dot theta cap r sin theta phi dot phi cap. Okay, and similarly you can go for kinetic energy also in the similar fashion, half mv square. So always write this v square as v dot v because it is a vector quantity. So now you know that in case of a vector quantity, whenever you have dot product, you just multiply the similar kind of terms. Okay, so it means it will become r dot square because r cap dot r cap it will become 1 and plus then r square theta dot square, then r square sine square theta phi dot square. So this is the shortcut method that I am telling you. Okay, if you always write it as v dot v, then it becomes easier. So this is the shortcut one. So later on we will discuss some problems and then you will find that it is very much helpful. Now cylindrical coordinate system. Now the coordinates in cylindrical coordinate system, they are represented by s, phi and z first of all. So just as we did in spherical polar coordinate system, उसी तरह cylindrical में भी आपको length elements पहले पता होनी चाहिए। तो length elements इसमें क्या रहते हैं बेटा? ds, sd phi and dz. Okay, so displacement आप फिर कैसे डिनोट कर सकते हो? So displacement, it is denoted by ds vector. So don't get confused between this ds and ds. So let me represent the displacement in this particular case by some another symbol. Okay, so I am representing it by another symbol so that you people don't get confused. So let it be represented by dx. Okay, so the displacement, it will be given by ds s cap s d phi phi cap plus dz z cap, or you can write it as k cap also because this z is similar to the z that we have been using in Cartesian coordinate system. And similarly velocity, so it will again be represented by dx by dt. So it will become ds by dt s cap s d phi by dt phi cap plus dz by dt z cap. So it is s dot s cap s phi dot phi cap plus z dot z cap. So the expression for kinetic energy similarly again half mv square, and if we write it as half mv dot v, So it will become half m s dot square s square phi dot square plus z dot square. So this is the expression for kinetic energy in cylindrical coordinate system. So this will help us in writing the Lagrange. So now let us study something about principle of virtual work. So virtual work, actually it is related for statics. It deals with statics only. It is not concerned about the dynamics. And according to it, in an n particle system, the total work done by the external forces when virtual displacements are made. That's why it is called principle of virtual work. When virtual displacements are made, is called virtual work. And the total virtual work done is 0. Work done is 0. So that is delta W. If we do the total for n particle system, delta Wi, where Wi is the work done on the ith particle of the system. So it is Fie plus Fi dot del Ri. It is 0. Symbolically, it is represented like this. So these are the forces of constraints. Fie, these are external forces. These are forces of constraints. Now for virtual displacements, the work done by the forces of constraints is always 0. Okay. When virtual displacements are made, then this term Fi dot del Ri, it is 0, which automatically leads to this thing, which is nothing but the principle of virtual work. Okay. So this is called principle of virtual work, that the total work done by the external forces is 0. And it deals with static system only, not with dynamic system. The principle which deals with dynamic system, that is called D'Alembert's principle. So it deals with dynamic system. Now, according to D'Alembert's principle, what we can say that symbolically, if I write it, I going from 1 to n, Fie minus Pi dot del Ri, it is 0, where Pi is the momentum of ith particle. Momentum of ith particle. And this is nothing but D'Alembert's principle. Okay. नाउ लेट अस टॉक अबाउट लैग्रेंजीज इक्वेशंस, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली अगर एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आता है तो वो आपको लैग्रेंजीज इक्वेशंस ऑफ मोशन निकालने को पूछता है, या लैग्रेंजियन या लैग्रेंजीज इक्वेशंस ऑफ मोशन आपसे पूछी जाती है। तो लैग्रेंजीज इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन क्या है? d by dt of curly L, where L is the Lagrangian of the system, qj dot, where qj are the coordinates, minus curly L by curly qj equal to 0 for j equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now this is valid for conservative system. This is the Lagrange's equation for a conservative system. Okay. Now when the forces are not conservative, if the forces are not conservative, for example frictional forces, because the energy lost because of the friction, it cannot be recovered by any means. Okay, so if the forces are not conservative, then such a force is derivable from some kind of potential, and we can represent the Lagrange's equation like this. So you can say कि velocity dependent potentials are there, qj, j1, 2, 3. Okay. So qj is the force arising from the velocity dependent potential. So these are the Lagrange's equation. Now let us study some of the examples. In order to make you aware about the pattern of the question paper, so I will be discussing first of all the simple pendulum problem. Let us try to calculate the Lagrangian of this system and then the equation of motion. Now, a simple pendulum, it is just a mass suspended by a thread. तो जब आप इस मास को मूव करते हैं, it goes like this. It rises to some height, and how we can represent this height? If the length of the thread is L and the angular coordinate is theta, so when you join this, then this distance is represented by. Now, in this triangle, let it be O, A, B, C. Okay. So, in right angle triangle OBC, what will be OC? It will be L cos theta, simply. So AC will be OA minus OC. So it will be L minus L cos theta. So this is the height to which this particle it rises. So if this is the zero reference of potential energy, if this is the zero reference, okay, so then it means at B point जो बॉडी की पोटेंशियल एनर्जी है वो कोई फाइनाइट क्वांटिटी है. इफ एट ए इट इज जीरो बिकॉज बी इज एट सम हाइट एज कंपेयर टू ए, तो वो कितनी हाइट है वो हमने निकाल ली, एल माइनस एल कॉस थीटा. सो द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी ऑफ द सिस्टम it is given by mgac, that is mgl 1 minus cos theta. ओके, तो उसकी पोटेंशियल एनर्जी इंक्रीज होगी, तो इतनी पोटेंशियल एनर्जी होगी, तो इसको V से भी डिनोट करते हैं बेटा. तो अभी मैं पोटेंशियल एनर्जी लिख रहा हूं, लेट इट बी V. लेट्स कॉल इट नंबर 1, अज्यूमिंग दैट द मास ऑफ द बॉडी इज m. ओके, अब काइनेटिक एनर्जी के लिए अगर हम देखें तो ये इसकी डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम बेटा 1 है. तो आपको हर एक सिस्टम में डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम बहुत नेसेसरी है, वो देखने हैं कि वेरिएबल कितने, डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम इसलिए जरूरी है क्योंकि आपको वेरिएबल्स देखने, क्योंकि जितने वेरिएबल्स होते हैं उन सबके विद रिस्पेक्ट टू लैग्रेंजीज इक्वेशन रहती है बेटा. ओके, तो यहां पे ओनली वन कोऑर्डिनेट इज देयर, दैट इज एंगुलर कोऑर्डिनेट थीटा. सो हम जो इसकी एक इक्वेशन लिखेंगे वो सिर्फ थीटा के विद रिस्पेक्ट टू रहेगी, तो वहीं से हम इसका टाइम पीरियड भी निकालने की कोशिश करेंगे. ओके, तो अभी देखते हैं. तो इसकी जो काइनेटिक एनर्जी है तो वो क्या आएगी. तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी रहती है बेटा हाफ एम वी स्क्वायर. बट अब अगर मैं v निकालना चाहूं तो v के लिए मुझे पहले इसकी डिस्प्लेसमेंट निकालनी पड़ेगी. नाउ व्हाट इज द डिस्प्लेसमेंट, कैन यू टेल मी. अगर आप देखें तो इसकी जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट है, दिस इज द डिस्प्लेसमेंट ना. तो ये कैसे लिखी जा सकती है, लेट्स कॉल इट s. तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट जो रहेगी बेटा s इक्वल टू इट विल बी एल थीटा. यू रिमेंबर आप एलिमेंट्री लेवल पे करते थे थीटा इक्वल टू आर्क डिवाइडेड बाय रेडियस. सो इफ यू गो बाय द सेम रूल, थीटा इक्वल टू आर्क लेंथ इज s, रेडियस इज l, so it will give you s equal to l theta, and velocity is nothing but time derivative of this, that is dsy dt. So it will be d by dt of l theta. Now l is a constant quantity, it is not varying at all, so it will become l theta dot. Okay, so it will become l theta dot. So it will give us half m l square theta dot square. So this is the expression for the kinetic energy. Now the Lagrangian of the system, it becomes Lagrangian L equal to t minus v. So it is always given by t minus v. So it will be t is kinetic energy, this, and v is potential energy. So it will be half m l square theta dot square minus mgl 1 minus cos theta. Okay, so now in order to get the Lagrange's equation of motion, what we need to do is we need to find the derivative of the Lagrangian with respect to theta and theta dot. So curly L by curly theta dot क्या रहेगा बेटा, अगर आप यहां पे देखें थीटा डॉट पे जो डिपेंडेंट है वो ये पार्ट है. सो हाफ एम एल स्क्वायर तो एज इट इज आ जाएगा, उसका 2 थीटा डॉट आ जाएगा, एंड इट विल गिव यू एम एल स्क्वायर थीटा डॉट. तो अभी ये आ जाएगा इसमें. इसी तरह करली एल बाय करली थीटा क्या रहेगा वो भी लिख लेते हैं. सो इट विल बी माइनस एम जी एल साइन थीटा, क्योंकि कॉस थीटा का माइनस साइन थीटा आएगा तो ये प्लस में हो जाएगा यहां से. ओके, सो नाउ जो Lagrange's इक्वेशन रहती है आपकी बेटा, Lagrange's इक्वेशन इज वो क्या होती है, d by dt curly L by curly theta dot minus curly L by curly theta equal to 0, and this will give you d by dt of ml square theta dot minus प्लस हो जाएगा ये mgl sin theta equal to 0. अभी मैं इसको एक्सटेंड करूंगा एक स्पेशल केस के लिए, तो उससे यू विल सी कि यू आर एबल टू गेट द टाइम पीरियड ऑफ द सिंपल पेंडुलम आल्सो. ओके, सो नाउ इट विल बिकम ml square theta double dot plus mgl sin theta equal to 0, or it will give you m l square can be taken as common, and it will become g by l sin theta. So this shows this quantity should be equal to 0, क्योंकि m l तो दोनों 0 हो ही नहीं सकते. So this represents, this is the equation of motion, equation of motion of simple pendulum, equation of motion of simple pendulum. Now for small amplitude oscillation, small amplitude oscillation means जिनमें थीटा की वैल्यू बेटा बहुत स्मॉल रहती है, that is theta very small. अगर थीटा आपका बेटा वेरी स्मॉल है तो उस केस में साइन थीटा को आप नियरली थीटा बोल सकते हैं। तो इस केस में आपको क्या मिलेगा इक्वेशन में, थीटा डबल डॉट प्लस जी बाय एल थीटा इक्वल टू 0। अब अगर इसको सिंपल हार्मोनिक मोशन की इक्वेशन से कंपेयर करते हैं तो व्हाट वी गेट इज, कंपेयरिंग दिस विद इक्वेशन ऑफ सिंपल हार्मोनिक मोशन, दैट इज क्या रहती है इक्वेशन, सिंपल हार्मोनिक की ये रहती है बेटा, जिसमें ये आपका ओमेगा इज द एंगुलर फ्रीक्वेंसी। तो आपको यहां से ओमेगा स्क्वायर मिल जाता है जी बाय एल, तो ओमेगा मिल जाता है जी बाय एल का स्क्वायर। और आपको पता है कि जो टी होता है, टाइम पीरियड होता है, वो 2 पाई बाय ओमेगा रहता है। सो इट विल बिकम 2 पाई एल बाय जी स्क्वायर। तो यही टाइम पीरियड का बेटा एक्सप्रेशन होता है आपका सिंपल पेंडुलम का। ठीक है, सो यू कैन सी कि बहुत ही इजी तरीके से हमने सिंपल पेंडुलम को लैग्रेंजियन यूज करके स्टडी कर लिया उसके सिस्टम को। तो जस्ट आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि काइनेटिक एनर्जी और पोटेंशियल एनर्जी आपने कैसे निकालनी है, और फिर उसके बाद लैग्रेंजियन इक्वेशन का अगर आपको फार्मूला पता है तो आप इजीली इसको कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, सो दैट्स ऑल फॉर this lecture beta. This was the first part of the revision series on classical mechanics. So second part में हम क्या करेंगे, second part में मैं आपके साथ CSIR के previous year questions related on the Lagrangian discuss करूंगा आपसे। So इसी तरह step by step we will study all the topics related to the classical mechanics part. So now why you people must choose Edu Uncle? Because it provides you the best quality study material. So as you can see, we are covering everything in this revision summary. Although it is a revision course, but still I am covering all the topics step by step along with the PYQs. So you will be getting your doubt solution from all the experts and 30 plus practice tests, and there is consistent selections under All India Rank 100 since 2016. So this is very important for any online platform that is offering you any kind of coaching. So please choose Edu Uncle and please keep watching my videos. Thank you very much.